Look, to be successful on Etsy, it is so important to make sure that you research properly, you study properly, you make sure that you're listing up for those important times of the year, whether it be Christmas, Halloween, Easter, Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. There's so many times in the year that you really should have a calendar and really mark out all those times that you're going to list up for. And the key to this is to make sure that you are listing early, months before the time. And this is what you need to do because it takes a while for the Etsy algorithm to kind of push, favor you, and all of that good stuff, especially when there are so many sellers on the platform. Now, we are looking at Easter right now, and I want to give you some nuggets, some trends that I believe are going to be doing really well during Easter. So, this is my process. Let me show you very quickly what we're going to do. I like to look at the first page first because this is the page that I know things are happening, things are bubbling. Etsy algorithm is favoring, right? And it also gives me some ideas and clues. Now, as I go down the page, I'm going to just give you some tips and ideas of what I see. And then I'm going to show you some real gems that I believe are working really well that you should take note of. So let's just go down. And guys, if you didn't know, my name's AJ and I do all things Etsy. Do check out my channel. And if you do like what I'm doing, then please hit the like, subscribe, smash the notification bell so you can get more of my videos in your feed. So step one is go down. I like to just analyze and see what designs there are. I like to study designs because designs is the key. And knowing what elements, design elements are there is the key. So I'm scanning. And what I see first on that top line is I see rabbits. Right? I see rabbits, even the dinosaurs got rabbit ears. Crazy, right? I'm coming down, I'm scanning. Look at that whole line now has rabbits and they're all popular. So this is telling me straight away that rabbits is the key and I need to focus on that. However, what is going to be the thing with rabbits? How is it going to look? What am I going to do? So this is where your design sense needs to come into play. So what I see is I see a few things here. I see these cool bundles of rabbits, clip arts that are cool, right? I have this embroidered bunny rabbit PNG there, and I have this also this other different style bunny rabbit, sort of floral, blue floral with a coquette, the bow tie, which is, as people know, and I've done a lot of videos on it, the coquette trend is also popular, and you can see that it transcends different niches and different sort of design styles, which is very important to note. You got your popular now, which is these cowboy boots with the coquette and then the bunny ears. So this gives you an indication what's happening, which is basically this mixture, this kind of marriage of designs, if you like, or ideas or styles. So the rabbit is definitely a key to this, and then the coquette seems to be coming in. And this is just really an observation from the first line. The next line I can see still, again, you got bundles of bunny rabbits. Again, the bunny rabbit theme is continuing. More bunny rabbits. Again, more bunny rabbits. So rabbits is definitely the most popular thing that is going to be happening during Easter. I can already tell that, right? More rabbits. And rabbits is a theme that continues. But the question is, what do you do to maximize and to get people to come and see you or come and buy your designs? Is you need to understand what kind of rabbit you're going to design and what you're going to mix with it and what design styles they're going to be, right? Look, there's more rabbits, all kinds of rabbits, right? All kinds, even cats with rabbit ears. Crazy, right? Here's another popular now, and you can see this idea that I've spoken about with the rabbit sort of combined with the coquette, right? So this definitely seems like something that's important. But what I like about this design, right, this idea here, is that they've come into a niche, which is the nurse niche. Because what you see is now you see bunny rabbit ears with a coquette with a stethoscope, right? So the doctor's stethoscope, which is kind of this niche that they've come into. I like that. So do think about niches to get into. So it could be rabbit design with something, another element like a coquette, but niching into a profession, maybe teaching, nursing. So you're actually going into a target market. Going into a target market is key. So for example, this one is for cat lovers, but then you got this kind of okay, and we got some more bunny rabbits, and yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. It is definitely about the rabbits. I'm going to show you some real gems that I found that I believe you should be sort of thinking about, just to give you some ideas. So check this out. Okay, so here's one idea that we touched on earlier, and you can see that it's the bunny rabbit sort of silhouette, if you like, style with a kind of blue coquette, blue bow tie coquette. Really nice. I like the idea with that blue floral within it, and that's a really interesting idea. Again, in the mock-ups, they show you how it would look. Very simple, very very simple actually, but it works, right? It works very well. And this is what I'm saying. Sometimes it's not about how complicated the idea is, it's about what you do with it. So you got the rabbit, and you got the outline, and you got the blue floral with the blue coquette, and it works very well. So if I click on how much it's making at the minute, it's only a 2 month old listing. It's making $642, which is absolutely fantastic, guys. It really, really is. And I think, obviously as Easter approaches, it will gather momentum. But it shows you, I mean, this is literally at the time of doing this video, um, you got Easter coming in 2 months' time, right? About 2 months' time, something like that. And obviously, this is done previous to that. So this was listed up 4 months before Easter. And I always say try to list up about 6 months before. I think that's a really good number, good time to list up, because sometimes it takes time for things to kind of the algorithm to kick in. So I always say list up early. But again, this is a really prime example of something that is simple, works really well, but it's also unique. So if you look around and look at other designs, you don't see many like this. And this is the thing, it stands out. However, it has the elements that people like, which is, like I said, the coquette. People love the bow tie, they love it. And you combine that with the bunny element, but then you've got that added extra part to it, which is kind of the blue florals within the rabbit. It just kind of really, really helped push it. It's a bestseller bomb. It's got 20 plus reviews. Absolutely lovely, right? I really like that. Okay, here's another one. Look, this is another one that I touched on earlier. Remember, again, look, don't overcomplicate design. Sometimes they can be really simple. And this is another prime example of something that is simple, that you got the combination that works. So look, this is instantly telling you that the kind of coquette bow tie with rabbit combination does work, right? And the reason why I say this is because when you got a 2 month old listing, which is quite recent, and it's working, then this has got 20 plus in a basket, boom, it's a bestseller, boom. It's got this twist to it, however, as I mentioned previously, where it's actually focused on the nurse, doctor, medical niche, which is something that is going into a target, which really, really is something that you should consider, going into a certain target market. And guys, if you're interested in knowing how to create digital products, you want to know the whole process, do check out my free masterclass below. But let's see how much this actually does make, because the numbers are what counts. And in this case, it is a 1 month old listing. Now, this one's almost making $100, which is, don't forget, it's a 1 month old listing. And, it could be a bit earlier than that. So the data is still not fully there. You can see even the conversion rate is, you can't see the percentage. But let's just say up to a month old listing, right? Could be less than a month. $96 as one listing. It's already starting to work because Etsy's recognized it. It's calling it a bestseller. It's got 20 plus in a basket, so it's selling, right? It's selling now. So the data's not all there, but this tells you if Etsy recognizes it, if it's an Etsy pick, if it's popular now, if it's a bestseller, something's happening. So 1 month old listing, really cool, starting to work really well, right? Okay, so as my final idea to show you, just to give you some tips, this is a bundle, right? It's a bundle of bunnies and different sort of looks, if you like, or different, things going on around them. And, bunny in a hot air balloon, bunny on a moon, bunny on a plane. And this is so interesting because I've looked and I've seen that a lot of bundles are doing pretty well. And this is your kind of pink boho style. Again, it's something that works really well. I've seen it done on teddies. I've seen it done for dinosaurs. I've seen it done for different animals. So they do work. There is something about this that does work. There's 35 PNGs. Nice bundle. So if you can do bundles as well, if you're doing digital downloads, especially if you're on the clip arts, then it's something that you should definitely consider. But also know that people look for certain things. Like people like creatures or animals in hot air balloons. They just seem to like it, or on aeroplanes. Just one of them things. And I do see that a lot of bundles do quite well. Now, this is, like I said, a bundle of 35 PNGs. Let's just see how much. I mean, it's a bestseller. It's 20 plus in a basket, but let's see how much is actually making. This bundle is actually making $406, right? Approximately. It's a 6 month old listing. So these guys have listed up pretty early, right? And yeah, it's working pretty well. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what you have to think and consider: is go and see, look at the first page, get some ideas, understand what's happening. And like I said, it's definitely about rabbits, bunnies. It's definitely about that coquette style. It's definitely about having your own twist on it. It's bundles, if you can do bundles, or lots of designs as a combination. There's many little themes that emerge when you look on the first, second, maybe the third page, but I would say the top 1 and 2 pages, and just get an understanding. And for those that have listed quite recently, it's also a very good sign. If a listing's been there for 1, 2, or 3 months, I mean, you could go older, but I'll say 1, 2, 3, definitely, that are making good money. Then you know something that you could actually go into, because if they're recent listings and they're doing well, especially if it's just fully organic, right? Because don't forget, you have to just make sure also, check whether they are Etsy ads, whether they're doing ads or not. That's another factor. But these are the things to kind of take on board so that you can sort of formulate your own idea. I do believe that doing something for a specific niche, like a target market, like say teachers, nurses, or any other sort of target, and combining the bunny and the coquette bow tie style would work pretty well. I can imagine it would. So yeah, those are some tips for you. If you do like trends, tips, and everything Etsy, then please hit the like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, check out my masterclass, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.